Hey guys, it's Steve Harris at Muse Themes. Today we're going to look at a simple text ticker widget. The other day I was trying to build a really simple scrolling text widget, and it was kind of difficult to do. You can use the composition widget in Muse to make it, but I just found it frustrating and kind of difficult to keep redoing it each time. So I decided to make a really basic toolbox widget for you to be able to do this. So as you can see, I just have this kind of text block here on the page, and if I preview it in the browser, you can see that after a period of time, this text will change, and right now it just transitions up. And so we can set the effect here to fade as well, just like you would in the composition widget. But this just allows you to set up a ticker like this in a couple seconds. It's really simple. So let me show you how I made this. We'll go back to Muse, and I'll delete it out. So in our toolbox file here, let me bring up the library. We have number 28, which is the text ticker, and let's drag that out on the page. So once we do that, I'll close some of these windows so it's a little bit easier to see here. Let's click on the flyout panel here. And as you can see here at a quick glance, we just have some settings up top like the transition effect, the speed, the letter spacing, and then below that we have the areas where you can either enable or disable certain text blocks and of course type in the text. So first thing I'm going to do with this is this blue looks terrible on the red. So if we click on this box and we go to our text panel in Muse, we can change all of these. So I'm going to change this to white. Right now the font's set to Montserrat, and we could change this down to say something a little smaller. Let's go 60. Let's move it over to the left, so align left, and there you go. So say we're happy with that look. The next thing that we'll do is let's bring up the flyout panel again, and let's go through these options. So we have a ticker name. This is an ID that we use in many of other widgets. So if you're going to use multiple versions of this ticker on a single page, give them all unique names. The next thing we have is our transition effect. So right now it's set to that slide up effect, but we could set this to fade as well. We just included two really basic options on this. Now we have the speed. The speed is going to be the amount of time that each text block will show. So it's in milliseconds right now, but if you up this to say 10,000, you're basically getting a 10-second delay before the next item will appear. The last option we have is letter spacing. We put this in because if you click on the text panel in Muse, you'll notice that the letter spacing control, or the tracking, I suppose you could say, is grayed out and you can't change it, and I always want to change that, so I built it into the widget control panel itself. Okay, so once we've set all that up, then we just need to go through and enable or disable our text items. So we could disable number one by just clicking on enable one, and as you can see in our preview now it shows just text ticker. So you can go through and enable just the ones you want, and I'll click one more on, there you go. Okay, so once they're enabled, just preview it in the browser, and you can see it'll work just like that. So they scroll up, and let's go ahead and change that to fade, and I'll show you how that looks. Let's set it to fade, and let's set it something really fast, just so it's really dramatic. We'll set it to 1000. Okay, so preview that in the browser again. And there you go. So you have a really fast text ticker. So this is a really basic widget. I think it actually can be used in a lot of applications, but because it's so simple, we're going to release it for free in the widget library. So you can browse to our widget vault and you can download this one on its own for free. You don't have to be a member of the site. So that's it. If you have any questions or concerns, please send us a note. And as always, thanks again for watching.